30 Core Agentic Engineering Concepts. Part 2. This time we cover concepts 11 through 20. How agents pull live information. Remember across sessions. Search knowledge bases. And coordinate with each other to get complex tasks done. Most language models only know what they were trained on, and that training has a cutoff date. Live document retrieval means the agent doesn't rely on that frozen snapshot. Instead, when it needs current information, it goes and pulls the actual document right now. Picture asking an agent for the latest Stripe API limits, instead of guessing from old training data. It opens the real docs page, reads what's there today, and answers based on that. The agent isn't remembering, it's checking. AI native web search means the ability to search the web isn't an add-on plugged in from outside. It's built into how the agent thinks. The agent can decide mid-thought. I don't know this. Let me check. Search. Read what comes back. And keep reasoning. All in one continuous flow. Think of asking an agent today's exchange rate. It doesn't pause and hand off to a separate tool that feels bolted on. It just searches as naturally as it reasons. Because search is part of its core loop. Not an external step. Visual output generation is the ability of an agent to respond with more than plain text. If you ask it to compare quarterly sales, it can generate an actual chart. If you ask it to explain a process, it can draw a diagram. Think about asking an agent to summarize a year of expenses. A wall of text is hard to read. But a bar chart makes the pattern obvious in one glance. The agent decides which format actually helps you understand the answer. Not just which format is easiest to write. Persistent memory means an agent can carry information across separate conversations. Not just within a single session. Without it, every chat starts from zero. With it, the agent writes important details to an external store. And the next time you talk to it, days later even, it reads that store back. Say you tell an agent once that you prefer C# over Python. With persistent memory, it doesn't ask again next week. It already knows. Because that preference was saved outside the conversation itself. Knowledge search is how an agent grounds its answers in a specific set of documents instead of guessing from general training. The documents get indexed into a knowledge base. And when a question comes in, the agent searches that base for the pieces that actually matter. Then builds its answer from those pieces. This is the same idea behind RAG. Retrieval Augmented Generation. Imagine a company support agent that searches internal product manuals before answering a customer question, instead of relying on whatever it happened to learn during training. Subagents are smaller, focused agents that a main agent delegates work to, instead of one model trying to do everything at once. The main agent breaks the task apart and hands each piece to a specialist. Think of a main agent building a feature. It sends one subagent to research the right library, another to write the code, and a third to review that code for bugs. Each subagent finishes its piece and reports back, and the main agent combines the results into one final answer. An agent loop is the repeating cycle an agent runs through to complete a task. It plans what to do next, takes an action, observes the result of that action, and decides whether the task is finished or it needs to loop again. This keeps going until the goal is actually met. Picture an agent trying to fix a failing test. It plans a fix, edits the code, runs the test, sees it still fails, and loops back to try again. That loop, plan, act, observe, decide, is the engine behind almost every autonomous agent. Orchestration tools are what coordinate everything when a task involves multiple agents and multiple tools working together. Instead of each piece acting on its own, the orchestrator decides the order, who runs when, and how results pass from one step to the next. Think of building a pipeline where a research subagent finds data. A database tool stores it. Another subagent processes it. And an API tool sends out the result. None of those pieces know about each other directly. The orchestrator is the one keeping the whole sequence on track. A managed or cloud-hosted agent is one that runs on infrastructure someone else maintains, instead of on your own servers. You don't manage the hardware, the scaling, or the uptime. You just call it. Think of using an agent platform hosted on AWS or Google Cloud instead of running the model yourself on a machine you own. You send a request. The provider handles everything behind it, and you get a response back. The trade-off is you give up some control in exchange for not having to operate any of that infrastructure yourself. Sandboxing means giving an agent an isolated space to act in, separate from the real system it's connected to. If the agent runs code, writes a file, or executes a command, it does it inside this contained environment first. Picture an agent that writes and tests code for you. If that code has a bug that deletes files or crashes something, you want that happening inside a sandbox, not on your actual machine. The sandbox lets the agent take real actions without real consequences if something goes wrong. If this helped you understand how modern agents actually work, follow at Capacita.dev for more breakdowns like this. Give this video a like, share it with someone preparing for interviews, and grab the free PDF with interview questions for every level. Link is in the profile.